What's good? What's good? What's good, beautiful people? It's your main man, Big G, coming at you all the way live. I'm in your space, I'm in your face, and definitely blessed to be here on this beautiful day here in the great state of Mississippi. It is July 10th, 2026. Here on the Prime Time Network, you are tuned into Industry Talk. I am your host, Big G. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I want to give everybody an opportunity to get their notifications. Let's turn the volume down on this side so I won't get any unnecessary feedback. We have been having an exciting run of conversations, reboots, collaboration. Man, the energy is just when you sit back and you observe it and you see it come together, you see the pieces of the puzzle taking shape into what it is going to be. All of the moving parts are moving. All of the sweat equity that goes into these types of visions begin to pay dividends because you're taking very small incremental steps to a long-term invested opportunity that just pays dividends far beyond what you could actually imagine. And it's a blessing. That's a godsend to me. So today, like I said, give everybody an opportunity to do a couple of technical checks and specs. Make sure that everybody across all the platforms get an opportunity to see us. We're beginning to streamline our processes. We've been doing our evaluations over the last 6 months. Now we're beginning to incorporate um, everything that we need to do to improve. Um, and it's in lockstep with everything to assist in solidifying the sustainability of the organization and the platform. I always talk about ownership and the importance of that ownership. Um, we're we're making some serious headway as it relates to what that looks like um, from our standpoint. And how it assists the artist, how it assists an actor, actress, whomever it may be, whatever business entity that you're talking about, our system. And soon enough, I'll be introducing it and showing you how I want to get involved, how you need to get involved if you're an artist, independent artist, um, how this changes the game for you because you're in control. Every part of it. So I'm not going to talk too much into it, but just know that those opportunities are right around the corner, shall we say. Welcome, everyone, to Industry Talk. And today, we're going to talk about something every single one of us will experience at some point in our life. Perseverance in the face of adversity, right? Adversity doesn't care who you are. It doesn't care about your title, your bank account, your education, social status. Challenges have a way of finding all of us. The question isn't if you'll face adversity. The question is, what will you do when it shows up? Will you quit? Will you allow disappointment to define you? Or will you make the decision that your setback is simply the setup for your comeback? History has never been written by people who had easy lives. It's been written by people who refused to surrender. Entrepreneurs who were told no 1,000 times before hearing one yes. Athletes who fought through injuries. Veterans who returned home carrying battles no one else could see. Parents sacrificing everything for the next generations. Every day, people who quietly refuse to give up. Perseverance, it isn't loud. It doesn't always come with applause. Sometimes perseverance is simply getting out of bed one more day, making one more phone call, sending one more proposal, writing one more chapter, applying for one more opportunity, believing one more time when the evidence around you says otherwise. You see, the storm of life, it doesn't come to destroy your purpose. Many times, they come to reveal your strength. Pressure doesn't always break people, it often builds them. Every obstacle becomes an opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and more prepared for what's waiting on the other side, whatever that other side may be. Your greatest victories rarely come without your greatest test. Diamonds are formed under pressure. Steel is forged in fire. Character is developed through resistance, and resilience is earned by continuing to move forward when every reason tells you to stop. So today, I want to challenge you. Don't let temporary adversity convince you to abandon a permanent dream. Keep building, keep believing, keep learning, keep growing. Your breakthrough may be one more step beyond the obstacle you're facing today. So tonight we explore what perseverance really looks like. Stories of resilience, discuss practical strategies for overcoming life's challenges, and remind ourselves that success isn't measured by how many times we fall. It's measured by how many times we choose to get back up. This is Industry Talk, ladies and gentlemen, where real conversations inspire real change. Let's get into it, man. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, drop it in the comments. Drop it in the comments. Hit the DM, whatever the case may be. On Kick, Twitch, we are streaming on all platforms. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. to the party. I've been ripping and running, making sure that everything is working the way that it should be working, and I'm excited. I'm excited because number one, I woke up. That's number one. Super excited about that. So that put a smile on my face, right? And then I've been working on loading our television station with episodes and series, and um, trying to catalog or working to catalog everything so that it runs seamlessly, um, building splash screens and hero banners and the like. And I'm just super excited to know that artists will have an opportunity to have a full scale, one stop shop for everything that they're trying to get accomplished, from distribution to promotions, marketing, branding, um, connectivity. Come on, man. You know, you don't get that kind of resource and 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 uh, power in your hands as an artist just basically overnight, right? So you're gonna have to learn the process, but it's as easy as point and click and having an understanding from everything that you need to know. Streaming globally at the push of a button. You push, we push. So welcome once again, everybody, um, to the party, and it's really beginning to look like Christmas. Oh, what's going on, brother Shaw? Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Shaw, did you? I know that I look. Don't fault me. Don't fault me. Don't sit there and knock the hustle. But I do own an Android, right? I love utilizing the Android. It's a great phone. Inexpensive piece of machinery or tech. Uh, and I took a screenshot of that, and it might have looked a little blurry. Did you see? Could you see um, what I'm going through step by step with uploading and everything? And you can see why I really need some really good images of Inside Speaks, some really good photos of you to create um, splash screens for your segment with the programming. And let me know what's your take. What was your because of all the other things that we're doing. A lot of people don't know that we have a television station, a streaming station. That goes out just like CBS. That's all on the Roku stations and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's pretty practical. But at the same time, people say, "Oh man, it is easy to do." Of course, yeah, sure it is. Go try it. But at the same time, like I said, I had this built years ago, but I just didn't have the um, content to push through the network. So now, whether you realize it or not, we're positioning ourselves. We're positioning ourselves to be much like a Tubi network, right? Where people can, request to um, be a part of the programming sequencing, videos on demand and the whole 9 yards. So it's going to get built out to the point where you're going to be like, damn, man, I didn't realize it was going to be this. Because I'm not trying to compete with anybody. I'm just saying that we have our own ownership of what it is that we're doing. And folks are like, man, how you rolling this out so quick? Because we already had it in place. Now it's just like plug and play, putting everything in place. Great programming, great conversations from uh, uh, what do you call it? Sports, entertainment, mental health. I mean, we're gonna hit all aspects of it. Comedy, you know, uh, you name it. But now it ain't gonna be ever in anything now. But it's gonna be, you know, respectable television, something that's family friendly, and we want everyone to actually consume and enjoy. From movies, various movies that um, are already um, in our vaults. You know, Going Nowhere Fast by Tiffany Harding. Coach Malachi, Whole Problems. All of these movies can be now broadcast through our network. Videos on demand. You can buy them through the network to watch them. You know, Get a subscription, just like you would do with Netflix or anything else. Think about it. But we got to have the content to have them keep coming back for more. Our content. I'm not trying to license anyone else's content. Because I do believe the things that we got going on over here are pretty fantastic. The Boss Talk Podcast, one-on-one interviews and conversations with celebrities, entertainers, gurus, behind the scenes folks, DJs. Man, Regine Gagne, if you listening, I see you on the live on the Instagram. I have been trying to get in contact with you, Regine Gagne, over there in the UK. My good friend Regine. I tried to hit you on I don't have WhatsApp, but I did try to hit you on the IG, and for some reason it wouldn't go through. So if in fact you're hearing my voice, we need to get in contact. I'm not sure when we can do that, but let's get together, lock in. Um, Jay Shaw says I've been painting. I start to get some. Right, look good. I know you look high quality. Yep. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, you know what's going on. Okay, thank you, Regine. I appreciate it. Good stuff. Good stuff. Um, yes, indeed. Welcome to the live, Angel Williams. How did you guys enjoy the show yesterday? If anybody that's here that's locked in with us, how did y'all enjoy the conversation yesterday about toxicity? What's going on, Truly Monroe up there in Monroe, Louisiana? You know what I'm saying? Another artist rocking out with us here with Freeway Records, man. What's going on? If you were paying attention, if you were locked into the show yesterday and they're talking about toxicity, I'm not going to talk about toxicity today, but I just want to know if you guys enjoyed the show. Um, and are you looking forward to more um, content and information like that? Let me know. Let me know. I'm scratching my head because I need to cut my hair again. I told y'all I cut my hair yesterday. It grows back today instantly. Y'all saw me yesterday. I was bald yesterday. I'm telling you, I was bald as I had this stuff. I was about to say something. I had this expletive cut yesterday. Clean cut. Shaved up. And look, today I look like a woolly booger. Well, woolly booger it is. Yes, it was a great conversation yesterday. I enjoyed it. They did a great job. And I am looking forward to more. I'm looking forward to more. Um, I think Jonathan Shaw has found the magic. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I do believe he has found the magic. He might not even realize that he found the magic. He might not have even realized that he's tapped into something super duper special. And he may be strategic, which I know he is. He may be planning, very intuitive and insightful. IQ off the charts. Yes, I'm talking about Jonathan Shaw, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Graffiti artist, military veteran, uh, a man who has a story himself, true testimony of life that he's gone through. But something amongst and within all of that manliness, right? Because we all put on that facade. Whether you're a man or you think you're a man, you know what I'm saying. But when you get deep down into it and you start watching the show, right? One thing that touches his heart. I don't give a damn what's going on, what the conversation is, how serious he wants to be within the talk topic. His kids are gonna get it out of him. And I love it. So whether he realizes it or not, I think, and it might be strategic. I don't know. I might need to go find me some kids or something to hang around with me, because his kids bring out the best in him, right? Because Shaw sometimes go down the rabbit hole and ready to jump through the screen on your ass. It's just funny to watch sometimes. It's comical because he's just a great spirited guy, but he's serious about every fucking thing he's saying. Every word. See, that's the scary part. But his kids show you who he really is. Huh? When them kids go on live with him and they get to talking and they get to poking at him and having fun with him, because you know that he loves just being with his kids. He don't want to be on that damn live. He'd rather be paying or doing, but his kids bring it out of him. And it just elevates the conversation. So something special. Like I said, I mean, you can find me a dog, a monkey, or a giraffe or something. I got to find me a gimmick, a hook. Oh, I'm struggling over here. I've tried the acting. I've tried the theatrics. I've done everything. And that's all it took was some kids. Expletive. Great job, Sean. Great job, man. Great job. He said, Sean, say my kids be on my ass. They'll be around 24/7. That's what's up. That's what's up. So y'all tap in with Inside Speaks. Y'all tap in with Taylor and Tanner. They're channel as well. Actually, the whole family, Angel Williams, dreamscapesreads.org. Go get the books. Go get the books. The 16th is coming. The 16th, if you don't know what the 16th is, y'all have been paying attention. Y'all have been paying attention. The 16th is coming. Yep. Right around the corner. The eagle will land on the 16th. Right? That's right. That's right. If anybody in the live can tell me what's happening on the 16th, what's dropping on the 16th, if you can name it, if you can tell me what it is, if you've been locked in and paying attention, if you can tell me what's happening on the 16th, I'll send you a copy myself. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Oh, man. Now, Miss Angel Williams said we need to have a contest. And I'm not good at, I know my strengths and my weaknesses. I can come up with a concept of a contest, but I don't know what kind of a contest we could do to drum up, some kind of spirited whatever for this equipment, right? So maybe you guys could help me come up with some suggestions, come up with some kind of ideas. What type of contest that would be interesting? Put something up, something at stake. I don't know what it would be, but let's see how we can make it work. Let's see what we can come up with and get folks involved with wanting to win some studio equipment, brand new studio equipment, nonetheless, stuff that I just don't use. And yes, I have, let me show you this, because I have trinkets, right? If you know what this is the, see these mics? The big balls, these are really good stuff. The transmitter and microphones, wireless, cordless mics, these are great. These are fantastic. I've got about 4 sets of these. And it's for different types of production. And like I said, I showed you those DJIs the other day, the real small ones that you could put the magnet on behind the shirt, and it's really not detectable, but it picks up great sound. So, yeah, equipment. Everybody's always talking about, how do I get started? I tell you, the best way to get started is with your cell phone. Sorry to say, people always ask me, man, how you use your cell phone? Don't invest if you have a laptop and a cell phone and you have a way to process video, audio, and eliminate overhead, get you a good lighting system, something to cast the light on you, like I said, y'all wonder why I'm sitting here with these shades on, because I got this bright ass light on me. And it's hot, just to make me look fabulous. Okay, I'm done gloating. No, I'm not. See how great I look? Anyway, back to the show. So if you're trying to just get started, get some real simple things. If you're going to walk around, get you something real simple with a stabilizer so you can lock in your phone. You can sit there and tripod out the phone situation, and you're good to go. Come on, man. It don't take much. It doesn't take much, right? Get fancy when you got fancy. Don't try to be fancy before you know what I mean? No, no. And then learn the system, learn the backgrounds, learn all of the different platforms that you're going to use. Yeah. Make sure you always tell them to go back to your landing page. Jim's IT Publishing.com. Freeway Records LLC.org. JBComedy.com. Come on. So, yeah, I'm excited. I'm super excited. And in the meantime and in between time, while I have a little bit of time, go shout out to our sponsors. Today's episode of Industry Talk is proudly sponsored by the Butterfly Collection. That's right, the Butterfly Collection is here. Gentle stories, big lessons, bright imagination. Books are available at Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, Ingram Spark by author Angel Williams. These books are perfect for pre-K programs, kindergarten classrooms, elementary schools, classroom libraries, bedtime reading, and SEL programs. Be sure to get your copy today. Make sure you get your copies today. And I need you to lock in this number and this information. The next program will be July 22nd, 6 o'clock. Kiara and Emily will be back in full effect with some mental health awareness and conversation. I'm not sure what the topic is going to be, but I can assure you it will be awesome to see. On Tuesdays, we lock in with Paul Whitehouse, ladies and gentlemen. He comes in, he's talking about that business finance with Patriot BFC. If you're looking for some business lease financing, tap in with Paul Whitehouse. He's always up for a good conversation, man. Good people.
I'm Paul.
I'm Chad.
I'm Paul from Patriot Business Finance Consultants. I'm just trying to get the best financing package arranged for our clients. We will fight for you. 844-742-1776. Call us. Check out our website, www.patriotbfc.com.
www.patriotbfc.com. You notice the pattern? Directing you to their landing page. Right? You know, it's fun to be on social media. But when we want to get to the business media, come see me over here. That's some bars. I don't want to hear my expletive somewhere else now. I'm trying to tell y'all. There is no management without Jim in the middle of it. All right. Let's see. And also, 10 o'clock, if you are not locked in with Inside Speaks, 10 a.m. every morning, Central Standard, streaming across all social media platforms, well, you're missing out.
No, this is not a dream. You're in the world of Inside Speaks. We're inspiring you to find happiness in your world. Guess what? We outside with it. We like to hammock camp, bike, as well as ruck. That's right. I'm an Army veteran. I served 2 tours, man, with some great individuals, man. We had our ups, we had our downs, just like you go through in life. But I tell you what, I'm going to share some of them stories with you on this channel.
And he definitely shares them stories. Yes, indeed. We've been doing reboots of the Cloud Chronicles with my good man, Ja Blaze, Jerry and Ja Blaze. And those programs have been looking really good. He's had some awesome interviews over the years, and I want you guys to follow up, man. He's just a phenomenal young man, awesome family, great guy, and he's really doing his thing. He's really doing his thing, and his podcast and his conversation, and he's the flagship ambassador podcast for Freeway Records. He is the official podcast affiliate for Freeway Records. So, anything that's processed through goes to that platform first from the artist standpoint of it. And then it works its way around our daisy chain of individuals that have various platforms to help talk and push and bring up conversations about how special an artist is because they're a part of our family. You see, it's different when, you're just a part of a machine and they're just pushing buttons. No. If we lock in with you, we believe in you. Yeah. So, looking forward to everything that's been happening, everything that's going on. I was supposed to, you know what? I didn't send these links to nobody. I know JB is probably on the road. Let me send these links. I've been so doggone busy working on stuff, y'all. Sometimes you get caught up just working to get things complete. And time just flies by because you're not even focused on time. Time is irrelevant because within that matter of time, you don't sleep, you don't eat, you don't do anything. Well, I eat, but that's beside the point. I am not a rabbit walker. No. I do eat my fruits and berries and grapefruit and all that kind of good stuff, but Shaw, I had me a steak last night, my friend. I was laughing because you talking about, you eating cauliflower and it's tasting like chicken. Okay. Well, that steak and them shrimps, them squimps, they tasted like steak and squimps. I promise you they did. They did. And I like baked chicken now. I do like baked chicken. I love me some baked chicken. Well, shoot, if Angel can throw down like that in the house, man, look at here. I'm sure whatever comes across the plate is great. You was eating MREs overseas, so man, it wasn't like you was eating Ritz Carlton and all that kind of good stuff. Let's see. Hold on a second. I'm still forgetting to send these damn things off, and I'm not paying attention to the feed. My apologies, y'all. I'm being such inconsiderate host today. But I've told y'all from the beginning that number one, I'm low-key illiterate. I can't read too well, as you can tell. I was in the special classes. Yes, yes. I was a very special student. If you believe that, then I got some um, beachfront property to sell you in um, Phoenix. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna have to read that. Uh, um, um, yeah, I'm gonna have to read that and see how I can fine tune that. I like the idea um, um, about the competition. I need to read it and ingest it, but I can't do that on the show right now because I'm supposed to be paying attention to my guest. And I am back, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I am back. Let me see. Uh, Ryan or Rayan Bless. What's going on, brother Bless? Welcome to the party. Welcome to the show. Y'all drop a line. Let me know where y'all tapping in from. If you still on here and you in from the UK, let me know that you tapped in from the live on the UK. You coming from the UK. If you out of Texas, I want to know. I need some engagement. I'm not about to talk no more if I ain't got no engagement. If the only person I'm talking to is Jonathan Shaw, then it's just gonna be me and the Jonathan Shaw show. He gonna be on here talking with me at 5 o'clock every day. Shit. I mean expletive. So and I've still yeah, I never mind. I'm not even about to say that because um I was about to say, and I shouldn't say because I already know the process, but I was about to say I've yet to even been able to get opportunity to get my interview with Miss Angel Williams to talk about her creativity and her books and everything that she's got going on and where to go buy her books at you know dreamscapesreads.org. None of that stuff. I can't even talk to her. But I do realize, Shaw says all the time, you got to go through the booking process, go to the website and book the interview. So I will be sending my booking request soon. So hopefully I can get me an interview, a virtual interview with Miss Williams to talk about what she's got going on. The 16th, ladies and gentlemen. I don't see nobody in the feed talking about what's going on the 16th. What's dropping on the 16th? If you could tell me what's happening on the 16th, and no one in that household can answer the question because you already know the answer. If you know what's going on, I will buy you the book and send it to you myself. Oops. I mean, damn, I can't even hold water. Tell me what the name of it is then. How about that? And what's happening on the 16th? What is dropping on the 16th? Yep. People ask me how my hair grows gray the way that it does. And it's not because of my age, because I have all of my hair. It's just gray, salt and pepper, whatever, It's because I have a lack of oxygen going to my brain. Yeah. That's my story. And I'm stuck to it. Yeah. So that also lets you know that I don't think clearly because I have a lack of oxygen going to my brain. See, I've been unboxing myself in the mirror. It's mental health awareness. I've begun to realize that I too may be on the spectrum. Don't hold it against me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm open. I'm being vulnerable at this moment. And I'm expecting you as a wholesome, heartwarming, compassionate, understanding audience to stand with me in this time of reflection, introspection, see, that was a dramatic pause. Back to it. So that you could understand that we too go through things in our lives that are sometimes unspeakable. JB said he tells jokes about it to keep from crying. You ever been in that situation? The pain of it hurts so much. The face that you have to put on is the laughter. To hold back the tears. So you guys make sure that you tap in with this digital ecosystem that we are forging, that we're putting together. I look at it, every morning. I'm looking at Shaw's numbers increasing. Different people that are paying attention to the lives and the feeds, and I know he looks at his analytics, and he don't give a damn about the analytics. Last night, Kiara and Emily had about 30, 35 people tapped into their conversation. They promoted their conversation. They put the word out there, and they have friends and family that wanted to hear what they have to say. And I have to still work through that technical difficulty because I wasn't even supposed to be on the screen last night. You see, that's their block. That's their show. So, but they're dedicated to doing what they're going to do, and I'll work through that technical hiccup on my end, because that's definitely on my end. And we're going to bring you guys some awesome content. I would love for and this maybe I'm overstepping, but to see someone who writes children's books to possibly do story time with her kids maybe and film it, sitting around on the sofa with the fireplace or the television, on, with the commercial in the background. And I don't know. Butterfly collection, possibly. But what do I know? I don't. Jay Shaw has figured it out. Make sure you tap in with Bree Melton. Bree Melton. Yeah, tap in with Bree. Momager. She's on the campaign to give these books away. She wants to tap in with her and her fund to assist her in giving this knowledge of NIL opportunities and information to young student athletes and their parents, so they'll know they'll know the rules of the game going into it. Yeah. Yeah. Also, make sure you tap in with Coach Malachi, True Media Podcast, True Media Boxing, True Media Marketing and Media, the hottest boxing platform out there today, ladies and gentlemen. He talks with them all, from the Bud Crawfords to the Devin Haneys, the Abdullah Masons, the Tim Bradleys, the ESPN coordinators. You know, I'm surprised he hadn't put the interviews out with Turk El Sheikh if he's got them. He's talking to them all. Fantastic. Make sure y'all tap in, man. Make sure y'all tap in. It's been another great episode. It's been a fun episode of conversation. And you know what? I copied the links, sent it to myself, and I still didn't send the links to anybody. My bad, y'all. My bad. That's on me, baby. That's on me. Oh, and if you all have a problem with Spin That, I think that's the name of the song. I think it's Spin That. If you all have a problem with that song, then what you need to do is really go take a look at what the face of fraud looks like. Scammers here in the state of Mississippi, Brett Favre and the governor and some other ambassadors of righteousness took it upon themselves to defraud the government, scam the government of millions of dollars. Look it up. Brett Favre, Mississippi, food stamp fraud. See how much money they took. Anybody jumping up and down in outrage about that? Before you jump on the bandwagon of what this young lady's out there doing in the studio, making hits, right? And your kids don't have to listen to it. If you don't like it, if you personally don't like it, and I've talked about this a little bit, but if you want to know what the real face of, because she's not out there scamming folks, she's making hit records in the studio. And somebody boosting and taking a Louis bag or a Chanel bag that's fake anyway, if you hadn't, come on now. We know where these products, these 10-cent products, in terms of production, are being made and being turned over and hitting you over the head for $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a bag and up, because of the mystique, the allure, the status. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole, but Those are just one of the cases. They got all kinds of cases, but those are the ones that the internet seemed to highlight, right? But they don't want to highlight Bernie Madoff. You don't know the name, go look up Bernie Madoff. Before this song was ever thought about, heard about, Bernie Madoff. So, ladies and gentlemen, before I get on to ranting and raving about something that, you know, we're giving credence to, or being in conversation, have a controversial conversation about what's being said lyrically, because now everyone on the planet is walking the conscious path, right? That's what everybody's trying to say. We conscientious. We walk in the righteous path. Yeah, okay. Now y'all keep making this awesome music. Y'all keep doing whatever it is that you do. And as you mature, as you reflect and you realize, because like I said, I had some introspection. I had, because we're talking about resilience and perseverance. I had to look into myself and realize that fuck everybody else. If I'm going to get it right, I got to make it right. And it's always beautiful people. Y'all know with me, man. It's always about health, wellness. Stay dangerous. Stop what you're doing right now and go subscribe to Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime on YouTube, all social media platforms. Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime. Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to make sure you tap in. Right now, over 72,000 subscribers and well over 11 million views and watch time hours. So make sure that you continue to support, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, and keep tapping in with us, because we're going to keep on bringing you this hot content every day and in every way. It's your main man, Big G. And make sure, like I said, stop what you're doing right now and tap in. Like, share, subscribe. Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime.